Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, the internet's busiest music nerd. Hope you're doing well. And the video that I just did on this channel, where I was reflecting on all of the data and statistics and scores that were pulled together by the good people over at Thunder Labs, check out that video and check out statstano.com. It's a really amazing page where they have collected pretty much all my scores, all my views, all of that, all of my reviews. I have well over 2,000 reviews on this YouTube channel, which is insane. And they averaged out all the scores and they categorized them by genre and so on and so forth. So it's all pretty interesting. Now, that got me wondering, I've put out so many reviews over the years. Like, do I even remember liking, disliking? Do I remember what I scored these records? I have so many reviews. It's been so many years. So I've gone back. I've gone back into my YouTube history to the 67th page of reviews, which takes us back to 2012, January 2012. I could go back a little bit further. I'm not sure if I was putting the review scores in the description box at that time, but I just decided 60s just to do that. But I'm sort of wondering, do I even remember the scores that I gave these records? I'm just going to go through these, just randomly try and just see if I can remember. I may not remember. I may totally not even remember the scores I gave these records. I may not, because I remember for a lot of the more infamous reviews, but not necessarily for the reviews that are maybe more obscure or something, but we'll see. We'll see. Basically, we'll be testing my memory here. That's a track review. That wouldn't have a score. Anticipated albums of 2012. That's funny. I might want to go back and watch that. What albums was I anticipating in 2012? Let's see. Alcest. I don't think I cared for this one. I'm pretty sure like I get, let's see. Oh, and I definitely did not, because the like dislike ratio. So I clearly did not care for this one. I think I might have given it a 5. I think I would say a 5. I'm gonna go on a limb here and say I gave it a 5. I did give it a 5. Hell yeah. First one, guessed right. Zamudo Idiom Wind, gotta be honest, don't remember. I know I liked the Zamudo album. I'm pretty sure I gave the debut Zamudo album an 8, which followed this. I probably gave it a 7 or something. I'm willing to guess, but I don't. I'm gonna admit that I don't really recall. But I remember I liked the EP and I loved the album that came after. I don't think I loved the EP. Now, The Weeknd, Echoes of Silence, that's a little easier. That's a pretty controversial review. Oh, wait, no, it's not. That's the one that I liked, actually. Echoes of Silence. House of Balloons is the one I hated. Echoes of Silence is the one that I loved. I gave that one an 8, so I did remember that. Let's see. Guided by Voices. Let's Go Eat the Factory album review. I think I generally liked that. I think I gave it an 8. I think I gave that, not an 8, I mean a 6. I think I gave this one a 6. I think I generally liked it. Yeah, okay, gave it a 6. Bam. The Internet, I remember I did not care for this one. And I think I might have been more negative on it than sort of indifferent. I think I gave it below a 5. Like a 4 or a 3. I can't imagine a 3. A 3 would have been harsh. And maybe I was harsh. Let's see. Did I give it a 3? Did I give this record a 3? Gave it a 4. I thought 3 or a 4. I thought 3 would have been too harsh, so I guess I was right. So I gave it a 4. Those are classics. Those are the ones of the year. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's see. Cass McCombs Humor Risk. I'm pretty sure I gave this a 7. I'm pretty sure I gave this Cass record a 7. Let's see. Let's verify. Oh, I gave it a 6. I was wrong. No! I think I gave his previous record a 7. The Catacombs. That's it. Okay, I was thinking of the Catacombs, and I messed that up. Let's see. The Roots Undone. This was a collaborative review I did with Dead End Hip Hop, but I was feeling an 8 on that record. Cormorant Dwellings. Felt an 8 on that. That was a really good progressive metal record. Nujabee Spiritual State. Pretty sure I gave that a 7. Jakazsek gave that a 7 as well. I'm pretty sure. Really nice ambient album. It's funny how all of this is coming back to me really quickly. Let me see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yep, gave it a 7. Damn, man. I'm on a roll now. Black Keys, El Camino. Pretty sure I gave this a 6. Thought this record was kind of bland, to be honest. Let me verify that, but I'm pretty sure. Yep, give it a 6. Thought it was pretty bland. pretty average record for the Black Keys. Comet Gain gave this a 7, even though this, it's funny that I remember that, even though this is a relatively obscure review. But this is actually kind of like a nice little bit of indie rock over here with sort of like an old school UK kind of vibe to it. 106 Point Never, Replica, loved the shit out of that, gave that thing an 8. Red Horse, self-titled, gave that a 7. That was a really nice experimental music album. There's some cool elements of that. I'm pretty sure I gave it a 7. Am I wrong? Did I give it a 6? Did I give it a 7? No, I gave it a 6. I was wrong. It's that. Wow, that's weird. Mentally, I feel like I have a more positive vibe toward this record in retrospect, but I can't instantly recall a lot of what happened on it. I remember it was quite experimental. But I guess I did not like it as much as I thought I had. Oh, the Yellow Wolf record. I did not like that. Did I go 4 on it? I might have gone 4 on it. Did I give it a 4? Yellow Wolf, Radioactive. What did I do? I gave it a 5. Oh, wow. I was indifferent for the most part. But I remember that part of the reason I came to that is that there were great tracks on there, and there were some pretty awful tracks on there as well. It was really a mixed bag. The Spitz album, which is some really kind of grimy, weird boy punk music. Pretty sure I gave that a 7. No, I gave it a 6. Damn. I was wrong on that. Shit. I suck. At least I'm only off by a point here. I remember generally enjoying tracks on that. I remember the Logos record, which I wish they had come out with more music. Like, it just sort of seems like Logos is forever going to be a one-off project. If you see this project over here, look it up online. It's actually quite excellent, like experimental pop and hip hop, and not hip hop. I meant R&B. It's very spacey and beautiful and delicate and refined. I recommend it. You know, it's sad to see that the project didn't really go anywhere, but this is actually a really cool little project right here. Vector, Outer Isolation, loved the shit out of that, gave it an 8. Kate Bush, 50 Words for Snow, gave that a 7. Don't even have to remember. Cynic Carbon-Based Anatomy EP, pretty sure I gave this a 7 as well. That was a pretty good little EP. Oh, and now, so I just realized now that we are, I gave that a 7, that we are in fact going backwards. I thought we were going forwards, because now we're back in 2011. So now, it should be getting more difficult to remember this stuff. I was looking at it, I was like, are we going forward? I remembered some of these reviews came out like toward the end of the year, because I thought we were going forward in time, but I was mistaken. The Mac Miller Blue Slide Park, I did not care for that. This score has to be lower than the Yellow Wolf score. This has to be lower than the Yellow Wolf score. I remember disliking this pretty strongly. I would say maybe a 3 would be a bit harsh, but I might have went there. I might have gone there. I might have gone with a 3. I give it a 5. Wow. I was going a little easy, I think. Although, shout out to Mac Miller, because I feel like the single that came off of this record, I feel like Macklemore's Thrift Shop totally ripped it off. Just want to say that. Wale Ambition, I did not care for this at all either. Though I don't think I don't think I went lower than a 5. I'll say. I don't think I went lower than a 5. Oh, I gave it a 4. Damn. I suck. I suck at remembering my shit. Again, I will give myself credit for not being too far off with anything, but yeah, I did not care for neither the Mac Miller nor the Wale, unfortunately. The King Cruel EP, I remember I gave that a 7. Crystal Stilt's Radiant Door, I gotta admit, I don't remember. Maybe a 6. I know the album they followed this up with, I did not care for it at all. I think was one of their worst records. But this EP, I do not really care. I do not really remember my thoughts. 6. Just I wouldn't have recalled hating it. But Drake, Take Care, I remember I gave that a 6. Pianos Become the Teeth. I remember giving that a 6 as well. Atlas Sound, Parallax. I didn't care for this one. I remember not really liking it. I'm not really sure if I was that harsh on it though. I don't think I went 4. I don't think I went 3. I don't think I hated it. But I don't recall really liking this one that much. I remember being pretty underwhelmed with it, thinking it's kind of bland. Gave it a 6. Yeah, it was sort of not really that interesting in my opinion. The Childish Gambino, I remember giving that a 3. That's one of my more infamous reviews. Or did I give it a 2? I might have given it a 2. Yeah, I gave it a 2. Yep, that's what I remember. That's what I remember. David Lynch, Crazy Clown Time. Pretty sure I remember giving this thing a 5. That was a really underwhelming record. So overhyped. I enjoy David Lynch as much as the next guy. And shout out to my Dead End Hip Hop T-shirt over here. But gave it a 5. But those songs were so redundant and sort of tedious. Not really a whole lot of structure to them. Ghoul, Transmission Zero, gave that a friggin' 8. Loved that thing. My Brightest Diamond, pretty sure I gave that a 6. It was kind of nice. It was kind of a nice sort of Baroque chamber pop record. The final track, if I recall, is fantastic. Yep, gave that a 6. ASAP Rocky, Live Love ASAP, gave that an 8. Loved that mixtape. Loved that mixtape. Strange Boys live music album review. I do not recall at all. I'll just admit right there, I can't even guess. I remember I liked their previous record, and I think I slapped it with a 7. But I do not remember this one at all, and I don't recall liking it more than the debut record that I heard, so I guess I would go lower. Lou Reed and Metallica, gave that a 6. Oblivionized. Oh, did I give this EP an 8? I think I gave this EP an 8. This is a nice little kind of grind extreme metal EP. Did I give it an 8 or a 7? I gave it an 8. That's what I thought. I remember loving it. Milo, Wish My Brother Rob was here. I gave that an 8. Really good mixtape. Shout out to Milo. Really great mixtape. Black Milk and Danny Brown, Black and Brown EP. Pretty sure I gave this a 7. Thought it was pretty good. Thought it was a pretty good EP, I think. Yep, I did. Slapped it with a 7. I'm going to do a few more here. Justice, I'm pretty sure I gave this a 5. Did not care for this Justice record at all. Did not care for it. Like, easily, such a disappointing, gave it a 5. Such a disappointing album. In the Field, Looping State of Mind, I'm pretty sure I gave this a 7. Like, it didn't go above and beyond for me, but it was a nice kind of, little house techno fusion, minimal techno sort of thing. 7 out of 10, yep. All right, I guess I'm not going totally crazy here. I'm not totally nutty. Tom Waits, Bad As Me, I gave that a 7. M83, Hurry Up, We're Dreaming, I did not care for that. I remember feeling kind of indifferent toward it, but maybe I was a little generous and gave it a 6. I do not fully recall. No, I gave it a 4. Damn! I did not like that. And when I think about it more, I really didn't. I really did not care for this EP. I thought the whole sister album, not EP, album. I thought the whole sister album concept was really poorly executed. And there was a lot of awful material on those two records, in my opinion. Cueto Severant, I'm going to take another opportunity here to recommend to you guys. That's a fun little record that kind of takes the trap sound and brings it together with like kind of the footwork and the future garage sound. It's actually pretty interesting. It's not like perfect or anything, but it is an interesting record. And Absu's Abzu is a really speedy, amazing, powerful little metal record, if you haven't heard it. Oh, and here's my Bjork review with my then girlfriend, now wife. So there you go. I remember I was feeling a 6 on that. Civil Civic 7. Rusty Glass Swords gave that a 7. Feist Metals, I think I might have felt a 4 on that. I did not care for that Feist record at all, or maybe even a 5. I would say 4 or 5. 4. Yep, I did not care for it. I thought that was so drab. But her new record, fantastic. Mr. Motherfucking Esquire, Lost in Translation. Pretty sure I gave that. Oh wait, is that a collaborative review? Yeah, that's a collab review I did with Dead End Hip Hop. James Blake, Enough Thunder. I don't recall liking that EP. A Lot of Dispute Wildlife, gave that an 8. Teenage Cool Kids, gave that a 7. Wilco, the whole Love album review. Was I generous and gave that a 7? I don't remember. Oh, what am I doing here? Yeah, I was. I did give that a 7. It's a likable album. Future Islands on the Water album review. Did I give that a 6? I'm pretty sure I gave that a 6 because I thought it was just okay. Not as amazing as their previous record. Yep, I did. Okay, so I can remember things. Anthony Fantano can remember some shit. I'm going to leave it at that, guys. You see, I can remember things mostly. Memory's not too foggy. Good vegan memory, I would say. Love you guys. This was fun. It's been fun. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.